Hi, I'm Angie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my beautiful self-built camper van, Parker. Parker and I have been on the road for about 2 months, traveling in the United States, and I thought it was about time that I showed you guys my rig. He is a 1990 GMC Vandura 2500, packing 5.7 liters of power and his 8-cylinder engine. That's tough. So let me stop talking and get you guys into the van. I keep in this pocket here, I keep sunglass case, I have some random paper in there, my hand sanitizer, my tire gauge pressure thingy, more hand sanitizer, and I have this right here, which could be a weapon or it could actually go onto my door, which it came off of the door when I was doing the build and I just haven't had time to put it back on. So that's what's in there. I have this seat cushion that I keep and this nice cushiony thing that I put around my shoulder here. Other things I keep up here, I keep an umbrella, and then my front window covers are there as well. Up here I keep my mask, my key to my gas tank. I did put a lock on the gas tank because I heard stories about people's gas being siphoned out, so I don't want that to happen to me. I carry a whistle because you never know when you're going to need a whistle. I usually take this when I'm hiking, but I think that it is good for safety in the van as well. Really cool. I keep this here in the cab area. This is an outlet. You charge it with DC power, so you plug it into your cigarette lighter, so it's running off of your battery when you are driving. You can plug things in. It also has the plugs for the fast charging and then the regular USBs, and it has a DC little plug there. So usually I plug my computer into it when I'm on the road, that way I don't have to take any power away from my solar. I also have this little drawer I keep for storage, so of course my wallet, I keep my wallet close to me. I have a CB. So this van came with a CB radio and it still works, so I keep that in there in case I have an emergency. I haven't had to use it. I don't even think I really know how to work it, but it's there. Along with my passes to state parks, I keep change in there as well in case I have to go through a toll. And there's my CB radio right there. These buttons go to the lights in the van, so it's like the on switches. Most of them are disconnected. There are a few that still work, but I have disconnected most of those because they run through the engine. They run using the engine, and I don't want to be doing that. Well, here in the front seat, I keep all of my window coverings made from reflectives, and I just painted the opposite side. I also keep an extra water bottle handy. I usually put ice in there. I keep this road atlas with me, just in case my GPS decides to go down. Another cool thing about this atlas that I have been doing is I marked my route through the states on how I got here to San Diego. It's always good to have a road atlas, guys. You never know. And then under here, this is my another storage. I just have my collapsible sink. I have some toiletries down there, and behind it there is an extra gallon of water that I keep as well. And you're probably wondering, what is this? That beautiful tapestry? Yes, I am a hippie. This is my toilet. So this is my Thetford Porta Potty. I have yet to use it, but it is here in case of an emergency. But I haven't had to use it as of yet. In this back of the passenger seat, I just keep random things in there. So I have like paper bag. I have my vacuum charger itself. I keep the vacuum underneath the driver's seat. Here's where I store my backpack and my extra 6 gallons of water. I just have a regular dorm refrigerator that I use with my inverter. I couldn't afford the DC powered one, and this works just fine. I installed my countertop myself and my sink. The sink is a bar sink, so it's very small, and I only use the cold water because I don't have a water pump or electric water heater. Underneath the sink, I have 2 6-gallon containers. One is for my fresh water and the other is for my gray water. I also keep knickknacks for cleaning underneath there as well. I have a little cabinet where I keep all of my seasonings and dry goods. And I have a shelf where I have all the things accessible to me that I use on a more frequent basis. I bought a pure water filter so that I can have fresh water at all times, and that sits right on top of the counter. It's Velcro down right there. I kept the cutout from the counter and I use it for extra space when I'm cooking in the kitchen, because I do love being in the kitchen and making up some dishes while I'm out on the road, and this little cutout works perfectly. So this is my oven. It is a small oven, and little pots. I have these little mini pots that I keep in there. I've actually baked in it a few times. It works really well, and it comes with 2 burners here. With a stove top, and then underneath is my cabinet where I keep all of my pots and my pans. Let's see if I can get a light for you guys. So I keep my pots and my pans down there, and they fit pretty cozy. So right behind this curtain, what's behind the curtain? I have more storage space here. So this storage right here is just things that I use on a daily basis, which would be toiletries. I also have my books, my and crafts here, and on this side here I keep toilet paper, I keep extra sweatshirts, and I keep my backpacks and my grocery stuff here. I also put my paper towels when I'm not using it. I made this curtain myself, and I just put these little tiny hooks on there to keep the curtain up. And the hooks, the curtain itself is on a wire, so that just helps to keep it nice and organized so things don't come out. This curtain right here is what I use at night to blacken off from the rest of the cab. I also use it in the daytime too, like today a sunny day and I'm in a public space, I want a little more privacy. I just pull this curtain across, just like that. And I have instant privacy. So I'm using some potato chip clips to really kind of keep it shut, but this is what I use at night. I don't always put up my Reflectix window coverings on the side windows in the front, but this also gives me a little bit of kind of like, this is my house space, that's the van space, as far as like this is where I'm driving at, but when I'm back here, this is home. So yes, I love this little blackout curtain. And it only cost me 10 bucks. So, well, 11 if you include the clips. Right here I have my carbon monoxide detector. I also have a fire detector and our fire alarm, and of course my fire extinguisher. This is my bathroom. So when I'm not using my porta potty, I actually do use this at night, and then I just take it and I dump it out in like a porta potty or a public bathroom or something like that. I just feel that it's easier than me using the porta potty that I have here in the van. Hi guys! Let me show you where I put some of my storage as far as my clothes. But first, let me introduce you to Freddie. So this is Freddie. A lot of people have asked me about Freddie. Freddie is my stuffed animal. This actually was my dog Peter Parker's toy. Peter passed away a few years ago, and this was the last toy that he actually played with. So that's why I keep him close with me. And his name is Freddie. I call him Freddie Ready because he's always ready to roll with me, roll out with me when we're taking our trips. So he sits in the front seat with me while I drive. So yes, this is Freddie. So now let me show you guys my system. So here, this is where I keep a lot of my storage, my main storage as far as clothes are concerned. I just have this here. I try to be very organized. It's key to living in a very small space like this is organization. So I have these packing cubes that I use, and I have all of my undies in here, t-shirts are here, all of my pajamas are actually here, and a lot of shorts because I wear a lot of shorts. And under here I have some long pants. Towards the back of the storage, there's another packing cube, and more shirts. They're long sleeve shirts that I don't use very often. Also, some other pairs of pants that I keep. In addition to that storage area, right underneath my bed here, I have my winter clothes. I have more summer clothes, dress clothes, in case I need to go somewhere special. I have my shoes. The majority of my shoes are underneath there, even though I tend to stick to just having flip-flops on because, you know, I love flip-flops. I don't like wearing shoes. But, okay, unless they're hiking boots. Yes, I do keep some of my clothes underneath there, and then I can just move them back and forth as needed. That's why this bed is like it is, because I wanted a stationary bed. I did not want to have to make up my bed every single day. So this bed works perfectly for me because I can put a lot of things underneath the bed itself. As far as my bed, this is a memory foam mattress. It was a full size and I cut it, and the diameters are 48 by 67 going this way. As you can see, I can lay in my bed all the way across and sleep. and I have a lot of room at my head and at my feet, which is good because then I wouldn't have to take up as much space if I had to turn my bed around in the opposite direction, which gives me more opportunity to be able to put things for more storage in the front area of the van. People have also asked me, can I stand up in my van? So no, I cannot stand up in my van. I am 5'5" and a half. Yes, and a half. So when I first started building the van, I could definitely stand up, but now that I've added the insulation in the roof and the insulation in the floor and the flooring, I can no longer stand in the van, which is fine with me. I feel that if I need to stand up, I can go outside and stand up fully, stretch, move around, exercise, do some things. And I can use the van to sleep in, just like any other person would do. I mean, I do walk around the van and I do things in the van, but I love being outdoors, and not being able to stand up kind of forces you to be outdoors more than maybe you may want to, or just as much as you need. So no, I cannot stand up in my van. I also keep a mirror here, because a girl's got to be able to see how to comb her hair, wash her face, and things like that. And we like to see how we're dressed, even though I only wear t-shirts and shorts most of the time, and I keep my hair braided, but still, it's just, you know, when you want to see yourself, it's just nice to have that in the van also. So there are things in the van that I would like to change or adjust. I suggest anybody that's thinking about being in a van or a small space, live in that space for a little bit to understand what their needs are. So for me, I really love this space here, but I would like to extend it. So I'm thinking about taking these speakers out. I don't use them, and opening this storage up a little bit to store a little bit more in there. I may do that in the future. I would also like to come up with a different concept for my window coverings. So my window coverings are the reflectix, and they just slide right in, but I'm having trouble because of the way that they're molded. So the way that the window is kind of weird, and so I've been having trouble with that, so I'd like to come up with a different concept for that. The ones in the back, I leave these window covers in because I don't need to see out the back window when I'm driving, and they fit perfectly. So I like these a lot. These blinds actually came with the van, so they were in the van when I purchased it, and they work marvelously. They help to take a lot of filter out the light that people can't see into the van. So I do really like those. But yes, this van has been beautiful to me, and I recommend anyone who's wanting to be in a vehicle to save money or whatever it is that you need to do. I do recommend that you try it, because how are you going to know if you like it if you don't try it? So next, I'll give you guys a little peek of my garage and see what I have going on underneath there. All my electrical system is underneath the bed in this area here. I am running off of two 100-watt panels from Renogy and a 1500-watt pure sine inverter. And the inverter, I use it to power my computer, to charge my cordless vacuum, and of course for my refrigerator. Everything else is using the 12-volt, which is going to be just my USBs and my lights and my fan. I'm thinking of adding another 50 watts of solar to the top of the van. I just haven't decided when I'm going to do that. So underneath, I have my tools are in there, all my jack and everything I keep stored here, along with supplies that I might need. I have all of this stuff is like fans, extra fans. Part of my toolkit is down there as well. And then here I have all of my camping stuff. So my camping stuff, I have an extra camping stove. My tent is down there. My yoga mat, have my little lounge chair is in there as well. And then behind that will be all of my clothing. So all my clothes are kept there.